Salutations and fist bumps, folks. Welcome back to the grid. There's a lot of talk going on about Secret Wars, and rightly so, because it's probably one of the biggest movies to come out, at least since Infinity War, or at least the rumors of this movie are bigger than Infinity War and almost as big as Endgame. This movie has gravitas, and so much so that we are literally talking about the director of this movie, because it's that big of a deal. Whoever directs this movie, whoever Marvel decides to hire as the director of this movie, has to be on point, hands down. But who in the world could actually do this justice? Maybe, possibly Russo brothers or others? Let's talk about it. So we all know that Secret Wars is probably on par with Endgame and definitely Infinity War, if nothing else. The hype around this movie is real, and it is absolutely palpable. If you don't know what the heck is going on with Secret Wars by now, you've been living under a rock if you're an MCU fan. I'm just saying, but I digress. All I'm saying here is, who could do justice to this in the director's chair? That's how big this movie is. We're literally talking about the director. So much so, I even think that we even might see a potential familiar face in that director's chair. I know who it is. So I have 3, possibly 4 names that I would put inside of that director's chair. Start number 1. The first name, and probably everybody's gonna say this, Russo brothers. Of course, it just makes sense. They did all of the big name movies in the MCU. The Infinity Saga is pretty much all of their handiwork. If there is any place that they should come back into the MCU and do some more work, it is definitely in the next upcoming phases, specifically for Secret War. Other movies, yeah, but definitely for Secret War. Now, this next person is probably the most controversial in the entirety of this list. Maybe I still probably would have to put him on the list, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense to make this type of movie without him going on this list. So here we go. Zack Snyder, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I said it. Zack Snyder from the DCEU could, I'm not saying that he is, but he could be the director for this movie. And if that is the case, a lot of people might be mad. I'm glad, judging from Twitter, a lot of people might be upset that he is in the director's chair. There's talk about it actually being true. I haven't actually seen it being confirmed yet, at least not on Marvel updates, because that's where I put all of my gravity in terms of rumors. But if I haven't seen it yet, it's still out in the air. Feige hasn't said anything yet, so we'll see. I don't know. But the action in that movie, based on Zack Snyder's action sequences, oh my goodness. I would be in the front of the line for this movie, specifically for the action sequences, if nothing else. Similar for the Russo brothers as well, but definitely for Zack Snyder. I have a plot twist here, incoming now. Denzel Washington, he could direct this movie as well. Has he done anything like this? No. That's why it's a plot twist, ladies and gentlemen, because he's never done it before. But the amount of actors in this movie that he has a relationship with, specifically Sam Jackson, Mr. Fury himself. Yo. All I'm saying is, the man has the chops, the background. He's directed Viola before. Come on, man. There is no other I won't say there's no other person, but if there's going to be a plot twist, I would definitely love to see him in the director's chair of this movie, just to see what it would be like. The style probably won't be exactly what everyone is used to if Denzel was to go into the director's chair. Everyone probably would be very up in arms, or at least they would voice it out very openly on Twitter and everywhere else, most likely, until they saw the movie. And in my eyes, Denzel is an older version of the honorable mention of this list. And yo, if you can direct big name actors like Viola Davis, I don't understand how you can't get this type of cast on board and geared up in the direction that they're supposed to go. As long as I think Denzel understands character work. I think he could do it. Or at least put him on the production team. Whether he directs it or not, if he's on the production team, I'd still be happy because the man knows his stuff and he does his work. I don't need to say anything else. I'm just gonna move on. And the last but honorable mention, not least, of this list would be Ryan Coogler. Reason being, I mean, look at this man's work. From the time that he stepped foot into Hollywood until now, Black Panther being on that list as well as Fruitvale Station, bruh. Like I said, Denzel's the older version of Ryan Coogler as a director. And probably if I was going to go with a more MCU version-esque type of director that was not Denzel, I would definitely go with Ryan Coogler. The man can get the toughest of stories out into the world with grace, ease, and he makes it look easy. Like Black Panther, for what it was, the reason why people know about Black Panther is because of the work of that movie. And it's because of the awesome directing in Ryan Coogler. The more I see his work, the more I believe that he belongs long term inside the MCU, hands down. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has that already sold up. So it just makes sense to me because of like if the Russo brothers decide that they're not gonna come back, the fresh vision of Ryan Coogler just doing this movie, all right, so we're at the end of the list. Yes, we made it. You made it. Thank you for being here at the end of this video, because I know that this is probably a hot topic for a lot of people. So if it is for you, go ahead and sound off down in the comments because I want to know. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and then tell everybody else about this video too so we can keep this conversation going and then spread it all over YouTube at the same time. Until then, or next video that is, blurred out.